Twisted fucking Sister. They're a band who are somewhat maligned within the hard rock and metal community, but if you actually dig into their records, you'll find a treasure trove of hard rock and heavy metal. And if you think this band is all goofy videos, We're Not Gonna Take It, SpongeBob, I'm a goofy goober, then you simply do not know Twisted Sister. I'm gonna go through all their albums, rank them, put them in a tier list just for your viewing pleasure. If you disagree with anything I say, it's because you're wrong and because you were dropped on your head as a baby, I don't know. Anyway, let's start from the very worst and rise to the top. And unfortunately, the very worst was also the very last.
Love is for Suckers was supposed to be my solo album initially.
And I was tired. I was really tired.
I think that they just forced an already bad situation and made matters worse.
Now, Love is for Suckers is not really a Twisted Sister record. It was a Dee Snider solo record that the record company forced him into making a Twisted Sister record. JJ French and Eddie Fingers Ojeda are barely on it, if at all. Reb Beach from Winger actually did most of the guitar work. Mark the Animal Mendoza is on it, but apparently he recorded his bass in around the same amount of time it takes you to actually listen to the record, and AJ Pero had left the band before they even started recording. When people think of hair metal and glam, a lot of people think of Twisted Sister, but they honestly didn't share that much with bands like Warrant, Whitesnake, you name it. But this record definitely shares a lot with those sorts of bands, the W bands.
And you had the W bands, you know, the White Lions, the Whitesnakes, the Wingers, the Warrants, you.
There are some good songs here, like Tonight, the title track, Wake Up the Sleeping Giant, and the single, the infectiously catchy Hot Love. It's just not Twisted Sister, really. There's also a really cornball track called Me and the Boys, which I used to hate, but I actually kind of like now. It's really dumb, but I don't know, it just tickles me, you know? And there's tracks like I'm So Hot For You and whatnot, and this isn't the band I love, you know what I mean? But honestly, if you cut most of the fat, this probably could have been a solid EP.
I remember clear as a bell sitting on $1 million house, poolside, 2 boats, 5 cars, and I'm in the sun trying to write the next angry teen song, and I can't think of a friggin' word.
Come Now Come Out and Play, the album known for killing Twisted Sister. That's because it did. Those singles are pretty heinous, man, I can't lie. Leader of the Pack and Be Cruel to Your School are just awful pieces of 80s dick cheese. It sucks. The fact you got Dee Snider and Alice goddamn Cooper on a song, and it sucks this bad, is honestly kind of sacrilegious. But again, like Love is for Suckers, there's some huge standout tracks. The Fire Still Burns is my favorite Twisted Sister song, period. But nearly every other track is glossy, an overly long ballad, or just poor attempts at rewriting songs like We're Not Gonna Take It. Again, this maybe could have been a decent EP with the title track, Kill or Be Killed, and The Fire Still Burns. I mean, the sound is amazing because they got Dieter Dierks, who did a lot of those classic Scorpions records, but overall, it is really not worth your time.
Are you hugely popular in Japan?
Yeah, we're pretty popular. I don't know, you know, they don't have too many people that look like me over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, how do the people react to you when they see you on the street? Do they approach you, or are they...
He just Godzilla! No, I don't know. They're kind of...
You can't stop rock and roll. You can't stop rock and roll.
You Can't Stop Rock and Roll is Twisted Sister coming into their own. There's a lot of kick-ass hard rockers like the title track, but also poppy anthems like I Am, I'm Me. I mean, it's so feel-good and it just makes you want to conquer the world, you know what I mean? It's definitely the start of the Twisted anthem that you would see much more on the later Twisted Sister records. Unfortunately, the B-side is much less solid, and there's the huge turd called Suzanne's Song, which is, look, it's a nice sentiment, because Suzanne Snider, for those who don't know, she was really important to the band, eventually finding success. She stayed with Dee long after most people would have just left, you know? But the song still goddamn blows. It's so saccharine and sappy. Look, it's a nice gesture and all, but Dee, please. this ain't your wheelhouse. But with deep cuts like Live to Ride, Ride to Live, and Knife in the Back, you can't go wrong.
Twisted was a huge influence, and Overkill was born from that audience. Anthrax was born from that audience. Carnivore was born from that audience. And more than one of them have said, we saw Twisted, and Twisted played everything fast, and we went and we played everything fast.
Under the Blade is kick-ass, raw heavy metal. Specifically, the original mix. The 1985 mix is it's too clean, and I don't know, it takes away a lot of the frantic, almost punky energy that the original pressing had. Every song on it rules. Even the deep tracks like Run For Your Life, Sin After Sin, and Destroyer. It's so slow and creepy and almost doomy.
With this fiery stare, Mendoza's there.
And even the corny moments like Bad Boys of Rock and Roll, I mean, it's so cheesy, I can't help but really enjoy it. Honestly, this is such an underrated record. Highly worth your time, especially if you're a big fan of more raw, like new wave of British heavy metal type stuff.
You know, whatever it was, I came up with a number 100,000, 150,000, 200,000. And he said, what do you want? Those same 200,000 fans or the other 800,000 fans that'll give you a platinum album?
Stay Hungry is a goddamn masterpiece. You probably saw this one coming as it's kind of the Twisted Sister record, but it's like that for a very good reason. Every song on it rules. And the singles, they're catchy as the plague. The Price is a fantastic power ballad from before power ballads became the big thing of the 1980s. Remember, this is pre-Home Sweet Home.
Oh, it's the price we gotta pay, and all the games we gotta play.
And I Wanna Rock and We're Not Gonna Take It are catchy as the plague, man. Sure, they might be overplayed, you may never want to hear them again, but you can't deny they're good songs. And the videos, to this very day, can still get a chuckle out of me. It's live-action Looney Tunes. Even the worst song, Don't Let Me Down, is still really good. Though my favorites is the horror Terrier epic that tells a story of a serial killer, Captain Howdy, who targets children. When people think of Twisted Sister and glam rock and hair metal, what have you, you think of something that's unmistakably very silly. And there's nothing wrong with that, I love the silly shit. But this band could get really dark when they wanted to.
You can't sleep when you're dead. Stay away from Captain Howdy.
Twisted Sister in general just really don't get enough love. Go and listen to these records. Well, maybe not the later ones, but still, I don't know, there's good stuff there. If you want more information, by all means, click right here to watch my Twisted Sister retrospective. It was recorded quite a few years ago, so it was a good bit chunkier back then. Hopefully you won't hold it against me. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and click that bell, and I'll see you later.
In the arena, it goes like this. They had one level up, and there was a section of people, and they were just sitting there the whole show. So I start to chant, stand up, stand up, stand up. Finally, just end the show, storm off the stage. Tour manager comes through the door and goes, what the hell were you doing? I go, what do you mean what are you doing? She says, what were you doing? I said, those assholes weren't getting into it. He goes, it was the handicap section.
Subscribe to the Downfall Network.
No!